So this is Genesis 41:30. It says, "And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land." Actually, Salakia. Salak. I'm gonna start at 29. Genesis 41:29 says, "Behold, there come 7 years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt, and there shall arise after them 7 years of famine." Alright, so in Egypt, alright, there's going to be 7 years of plenteous crop growing, you know what I mean? Food, you know what I mean? But then after, and this is a vision that Pharaoh had got from the Most High, and it's from his dream, and he needed it interpreted by Joseph. Alright, and it says, "There shall rise after them 7 years of famine, and all plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land, and the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous." Alright, famines are grievous, man. I can collapse a whole society, a whole empire, you know what I mean? Whole kingdom. That's how serious famines are, man. And wise kings know that. People of wisdom know that, man. They know that food is necessary to be sustained, you know, to live long. All right, there. Obviously, everything in proportion and things like that. But they know that's key, man. All right, if you're a king, you're a ruler, you have a workforce, you have people working for you. They need to be sustained, right? All right, or else your whole kingdom, everything that you work for, or whatever, goes to naught. All right, so a wise king is thinking of these things and or considering it, I should say. "And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous. And for that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice. It is because the thing is established by Yahweh, and Yahweh will surely bring it to pass. Now therefore let Pharaoh look out a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. Let Pharaoh do this, and let him appoint officers over in the land, to take part of the land in the 7 plenteous years. And let them gather," this is the point, "and let them gather all the food of those good years that come, and lay up corn under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities." Okay? So Pharaoh was warned about the famine to come. Alright, so he took heed. And what did he do? During the 7 years of plenteous food or grain, corn, you know what I mean? He was then storing away food for the 7 years to come, so they could withstand the 7 years of famine. Alright? And so this is spiritual, because this hasn't, this famine to come now has nothing to do with food. Although the famine, there will be famines to come. You know what I mean? There will be famines to come. That's going to be plaguing you people, right? You're going to feel it to your stomach. You're going to be, and you're going to look to seek death and you can't find it. You know what I mean? That's the torment that you're going to be getting. But the famine, the real famine is this word, man. Okay? So the second time around, the real famine is this word, the knowledge, right? Because how are you going to conduct yourself? How are you going to be prepared for when shit hits the fan? All right? For when the famines come. Who warned you Who was warning you of this? No, you know what I mean? But we were the ones, on the highways and byways that were warning you people about things to come to pass, plagues, famines, right? And how to prepare yourself, how to gird up your loins, how to guard yourself, how to protect yourself. And how do you protect yourself? Through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And how do you do that? Knowing his law, statutes, and commandments, doing what he asks of you. Alright? Because that's all you can do, man. This is a spiritual warfare, man. You people are gonna get caught out there. Alright? So all the years, those spiritual 7 years of plentifulness, alright? That's the time for you to be getting this knowledge. Right? Wisdom shall be increased, right? So this is the time now for you to be getting the knowledge, for you to be understanding what's going on, measuring the time diligently, preparing yourself for what's to come, so that way you can withstand in the last days, man, in the times to come, man, because the times ahead is not looking good, man. All right, and nobody knows how to prepare themselves really, But if you really, honestly, I take that back. Faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, and that's it. You can't be carnal, man. You might have to get carnal when all hell breaks loose. Alright? But that's gonna be spiritual. You know? But right now, you cannot be carnal, man. It's all of the spirit, man. All in the spirit guide you. You know what I mean? Because the spirit will help you avoid situations you don't need to be in, man. Just using wisdom, you know? Simple and plain. But yeah, the 7 plenteous years, man. We're technically still in that time, man. The word's still out here. We're still pushing out this truth for you to get it freely. Consume. Consume, consume, consume. Get it. Take it. You know what I mean? Understand this. Eat this roll. The scripture says eat this roll, right? So eat this. You know what I mean? Plenty. Eat it. Don't vomit, though. Don't eat too much. Increments. Don't vomit. But eat it. So that way you won't be starving when the time comes. Starving spiritually. When all hell breaks loose. Alright? And that's like I said, that's what we're doing. Alright? Because we're warning you, this article is warning you of plagues. Right? But we've been warning you of, Salakia, that article was warning you of famine. Alright? Of food. But we've been warning you that famines are coming, man. Alright? But it's bigger than just famines, man. It's bigger than that. It's gonna be fucking World War III, man. It's gonna be just different diseases, flesh-eating diseases. Alright, teeth of wild beasts tormenting you. Darkness, can't see nothing. Alright, signs in the heaven. Screams, yellings. Alright, gangs. However you wanna call it, man. Fuck, man. Women getting raped in the streets, cries of women, children, all of that, man. Hell, 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 hell. And we're living in hell right now, so imagine then. Hell is a condition. Alright, the Israelites are in hell right now, but it's gonna get worse, man. Jacob's trouble. So how do you guard yourself, man, with this truth? So let me continue on. It says, and the thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of all his servants. And Pharaoh said unto his servants, can we find such a one that is a man whom the spirit of Yahweh is? And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as Yahweh hath showed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. And that's the thing. When the spirit of Most High is dealing with you, man, it causes your face to shine, man. You have wisdom, man. Without trying. You're not even trying. You just excel. You excel over the heathens. You know what I mean? Like, spiritually. And the heathens regard that, in a sense. Look at how Joseph was esteemed in the heathen empire, man. He made Joseph a ruler under him. Under Pharaoh. Joseph was made a ruler under Pharaoh, man. In the kingdom in Egypt, man. But that's because it's wisdom, man. his, and he wasn't boasting in his wisdom. He gave all his praises unto Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, Yahweh. You know what I mean? It says, "Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto thy word shall all my people be ruled." All right, that's what I was saying. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou. Right. So only Pharaoh will be greater than him. He was second in command, man. Joseph was second in command. That's crazy. Not crazy, but you know what I mean. That's crazy. That's that's to show you, you know. And even so, Joseph. You think Joseph gave a fuck? It wasn't his kingdom. He's like, whatever, okay, fine, but you know, like obviously he's living good. You know, that's not cap, not capping, but it wasn't his kingdom. It wasn't the Israelite rulership. We're still under the captivity of our oppressors, man. That's still oppression right there. You know, although this Pharaoh was not an asshole like the other Pharaoh. You know what I mean? Hardcore bondage and all that. Even though we're still in bondage, we're still doing service. We're still giving servitude unto Pharaoh. All right. It was just that when we were under captivity under these Egyptians. All right, the Mosai said, "All right, time is up now. It's time for you to let our people let us go, man." And that's where the real conflict was coming from, man, because Pharaoh was stubborn. He didn't want to let, you know, he didn't want to let Israel go. You know, all the stuff, all the work that we put in Israel, man. I mean, in Egypt, for them to be like, why would we want to give that up, man? You people are servitude unto us. You built us this. You know, you're working for us. You know, why would you're, you know. But nah, man, the Most High is a time and place for everything, man. You know what I mean? And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, "See, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt." And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. You know, Jake Benrock can gold chain. You know what I'm saying? That's our spirit. Genesis 41:47. Jump down. And the 7 plenteous years that earth brought forth by handfuls, and he gathered up all the food of the 7 years which were in the land of Egypt, and laid up the food in the cities, the food of the field which was round about every city laid he up in the same. And Joseph gathered corn as the sand of the sea, very much, until he left numbering, for it was without number. That's how much corn grains he had, man. You know what I mean? Jump down again. And the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended, and the 7 years of dearth began to come, according as Joseph has said, and the dearth was in all lands. But in all the lands of Egypt there was bread. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto him, all the Egyptians, go unto Joseph, what he saith unto you, do. And the famine was over all the face of the earth, the kingdom of Egypt, all right, not the whole earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold the earth, meaning the land that they were in, of course, and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt, and all countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because the famine was so sore in all lands. Fine. So that's to show you they stored up the food. So you have to store up this knowledge, man. Store up this knowledge, so that way, you know, we, that way you're prepared, man, to withstand what's to come. But with that, I'd like to say, Shalom. Hope you're edified.